Here's good news. People can now text 911 in an emergency instead of having to call. Definitely helpful, but there are still frustrating limitations to the service. The four major wireless carriers, AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, and Verizon, have all gone live with support for national text to 911 programs as of Thursday. The service is meant for instances when people are hearing or speech impaired, if there is not enough signal to connect a phone call, or when calling could be dangerous, such as in a domestic abuse or kidnapping situation.
Being able to do the text instead of make the phone call could be a way to reach out for help without escalating the violence of the situation.
But just because the networks support the service, it doesn't mean the call centers themselves can receive those text messages. As of now, only select counties in 16 states are able to. Check the Federal Communications Commission website to see if your county is equipped for emergency response to text. If your call center can't receive text, your phone will show a bounce back message instructing you to call instead. As Government Technology reports, the FCC is urging more states and counties to accommodate the service, but it will be a long time before the 6,000 call centers across the country can adapt. Emergency officials can receive basic geolocation information from text messages, but it's not quite enough. WISH spoke to the communication director for Tipton County in Indiana, which has implemented the texting service.
Once you ask for that help, our next question is immediately going to be, what's your location? Because we need to know your location so we can get you help. That's probably the most important part of that text.
TechCrunch reports it's that kind of information stopgap with texting that has officials saying it's still best to call if you can. Emergency dispatchers can often get important information just from listening to a phone call. CNET interviewed a dispatch supervisor on the topic.
We'll get it to the officers that are out there that say, this person is, a crying, screaming, citizen. We're not able to get much because they're under a lot of stress. We have a location. This is what's going on that we can hear in the background.
What's more, the text to 911 service could take much longer than dialing for a few reasons. For one thing, it takes longer to type and send text than speak across a phone line. And there's another factor. 911 calls are currently given priority in networks, and 911 text will be treated as any other message, meaning it could take much longer to reach the dispatch center. For Newsy, I'm Jay Struberg.